What do you know?
I mean, do you really want to know what I know?
No. You broke my wall. I'm mad at you.
Oh, well, I blame you for that because...
I don't want to hear it, Tyler. Okay, I guess. Tell me how you broke my wall.
All right. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is Loose Pucks and Deep Cuts. I'm your co-host, Tyler Long. This is Coy, the man, the general, the PhD in podcasting, music, and all things alike.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm not that far.
He kind of knows what he's doing. But all right. So my fiance threw her bachelorette party.
Your fiance threw her bachelor party?
Bachelorette.
Tell me how this went.
Yeah, I mean, if she's hiding it by now, I should know something by now, So I stayed 2 nights here at your house since her and her party were sleeping at my house. So
shoot.
So you have a pretty high-tech security system, especially because it's one of the things you do for your job.
Yeah.
Is make sure that houses are protected.
Right.
And you gave me the code. You told me exactly how it works, how to get in, how to get out. And so I think it was the first night I was here. I stayed. I work nights, so I'm waking up at like 5 p.m. So nobody's home. You're off somewhere, and I take a shower, pack my bags, make the bed, and I want to make sure I take the dogs out. That I'm like courteous as a host, making sure that I do what is necessary. So
such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I bring my bag and my backpack, and I was like, I'm gonna go put it in my pickup. So when I take the dogs out, like I don't have to worry about them jumping on it, scratching it, just because it's like a pretty fancy bag for me. So I take the bags out to the pickup. Well, it's a $200 bag that's waterproof, and I don't want their claws to get through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I take the bags out to the pickup, and I come back in the house to let the dogs out. You don't see me come back on your cameras, so you think I leave. So when I come back, I let the dogs out. You arm your system. So when I go to let the dogs back in, all hell breaks loose. There's beeping. It's the loudest noise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What did I do? Cops are going to get called. Like, Coy's going to be so mad at me. So I sprint over to your control panel, your front door. I type in the code, and I know my phone is in the kitchen. So I type in the code, and I run in there to call you. The dogs are in at this point. So I'm sprinting on the kitchen on a tile floor, and I turn right to go in the kitchen, and your German Shepherd clotheslines, like literally sweeps he gives me a slew foot, takes my feet out from under me. I go tumble in. My knee directly hits like your hallway beam, and it just pops. Like there's like the drywall integrity never like broke or cracked, but both metal seams split and just drywall shattered everywhere. And I felt horrible.
So funny. I was in Norman with my stepbrother, and all of a sudden I get this text message, and I'm like, okay, because I saw that the alarm went off, and he sends me that picture, and I'm just sitting there going,
yeah, because I'm not gonna hide it from you. I'm like, he's gonna find out. So I was like I don't want to hide the truth or anything. So I was like, because you're gonna come home, and I'm like, hey, Coy, this is what happened, and yes, it's my fault, but
no, like, I don't want to talk about you hiding truth, sir. You put that Ron Jeremy thing in my picture frame.
Yeah, we got a little prank a couple months ago, and I think I attacked last, and you've probably done something. I'm just waiting on it.
Oh yeah, because Ron Jeremy was last.
Yeah, but okay. I don't even know, how did it start.
You put the Avs sticker on the back of that painting.
Well, that's not the best one. I gifted his daughter, his little girl, a plushie of an avalanche Zamboni, and it is now her favorite little stuffy, and you can't get rid of it.
No, I can't. I wish I could, and I wish I could just set the thing on fire. But no, I can't get rid of it because every night I've tried to hide that thing, and every time I do try to hide that thing, she goes, Zambo, are you? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, mean Zambo. Like, oh, okay. What are you talking about? Zambo. Like, finally it clicks in my head. I'm going, you shit.
See,
So
I know where to get where it
I have to
hurts.
go get the stupid thing and go, here you go. This is annoying.
Just saying, when I have a kid, if you give me a Penguins onesie, you better give it to Caitlin because it's not reaching my kid if it comes into my hands.
I'll put your kid in it.
I don't know if I trust you alone with my kid.
Bro. Wow. That's it. End of the podcast. Have a great night.
Yeah, we just cratered. But no, we are a podcast about music and hockey. And today we're going to do a little something different. And we're going to split 2 episodes individually, one for music and one for hockey. And this one, we've been rambling on, but this one is focused about music. So, Coy, you want to take it away?
I suppose. You had asked earlier about the, what was it called? Concert of any time period. Ooh. Dude, and I, of course, like we've talked about this a little bit before during the I can't remember, but we were talking about Jamaica, we were talking about Bob Marley, stuff like that, and we had talked about how much I love Bob Marley, but basically you had asked what living or dead, who's the artist you'd want to see the most, and I think I'm still going to go with Bob Marley on that. If not Bob Marley, then I had a chance to see Ozzy before he passed. Didn't get the chance to see him because he got sick right before he was supposed to play here in Oklahoma at Rocklahoma, and he ended up canceling the entire leg of his tour at that time. So I wasn't able to see Ozzy ever. And I was really kind of bummed about it, but that's okay. I guess I can live with it.
I mean, thankfully we live in an age of recording, so you kind of experience, but
it's not
there's nothing like being live, especially a legend like that.
Right.
I don't know if I had to choose one, I think I have a split tie between the 2 concerts I would love to see. And the first one is going to be Queen there at that
Live Aid.
Yeah. Where just, I think it was like Wembley Stadium, like Wimbledon Stadium, but like
yeah, something like that.
100,000 people there, and it was just broadcasted worldwide television, like everybody's going crazy. So I think that one would be like a number 1 for me. Like Freddie Mercury, one of the greatest front like lead men of any show.
I think it'd be the coolest thing in the world to hear that. I'm like, I don't know. Because have you seen the movie?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Dude, when I watched the movie, I saw that and I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. Why don't people do this in concerts more often?
And like it's replicated. Like you'll go to like sporting events too, and like the speaker would go like, "Hey."
I remember that when we went to Dallas. Yeah.
And then my second one would probably be, I would go to this one just to like be part of the crowd, but the most populated concert that actually set off seismic activity, which is the earthquake reader. And I want to say it happened somewhere in Russia, but Metallica in the 90s. Over like, I think it was like 1.2 million people there.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
But like they went, I think it was that same venue, or whatever. DMX played there, and he got the crowd going as well. Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I think Metallica would just be an insane to see, especially back in like the 90s when they're thriving.
Yeah. And it would now that you talk about more of you're talking about specific concerts.
I mean, I just that in my head
that I couldn't because now specific concerts. There was. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the first ever Rocklahoma. This was before it was actually Rocklahoma in Pryor, Oklahoma. This was just a one-off show that that they just happened to that somebody just happened to name the same thing after, but it was Rocklahoma. It was played in Norman, and it wasn't ROK. It wasn't R Oklahoma. It was Rocklahoma. So it was like they added the C, whereas hold on.
And then they took away the
with Rocklahoma in Pryor, they add the C. At this place, it was just ROK Lahoma. And the lineup was just impeccable. I mean, it was think Van Halen. Oh, who else was in there? Crap. Just Van Halen, you know.
But I kind of like that verbiage better, or like the spelling. So it's just Oklahoma with an R in front of it.
Right.
So it's like Rocklahoma.
Right. But yeah, so I found out that had it kind of bummed me out actually because I always called that the first Rocklahoma ever. Only to find out I was wrong. That wasn't actually the first Rocklahoma that's been put because the first Rocklahoma as the festival, as the 3-day festival, was in prior, whereas the Rocklahoma that I'm referring to is a completely separate entity. It wasn't even a festival. It was a one-time concert, and it wasn't this whole ordeal. And I was like, what? That makes me kind of sad because this would have been really cool to say I was part of this, and this was this many years ago, and now I can't say that because it's a different entity putting it on.
There's certain things that I'll go to just to say I went to it. You know, like I'll enjoy my time, but like, could you imagine how much of a flex it is to be like, I was at the very first Rocklahoma before it was even in Pryor, Oklahoma.
Right.
I
That'd be
experienced
the coolest
yeah.
thing in the world. Like, I went to go see, and I didn't even know who they were. They're actually a pretty cool couple guys. High Valley, I think, is their name. It's a kind of a poppy country sound.
Folkish.
Yeah. And I just went to a show with a friend of mine. I didn't even. She goes, "Oh, what?" Or I had said something about winning tickets because I didn't even know who I was gonna go see, and I was like, I won tickets. Do you want them? She goes, "Yeah, but I don't have anybody to go with." And I was like, "All right, I'll go with you." And then we ended up going, and it was actually a really cool show. And they came out, or they have a bunch of songs, covers and otherwise, that I actually knew. I knew some of the covers that they did, but I didn't realize they did covers of it. And I heard them do the cover of it, and I fell in love with it. Like they did a cover of oh crap, what's the name of that song?
I'm gonna need some
the only
context clues.
the only way he knew how. He was saying, "I love you," the only way he knew how. You've never heard
That's off my radar. I mean, if somebody actually kept saying it, maybe I would know it.
You know,
You know what? That kind of happened to me. Yeah. Last week, I went to a concert on Monday.
nerd.
Yeah, well, I had the day off. About like a month prior than that, like I was just scrolling through social media and this band popped up and it's called The Missing Piece. Listened to a couple of those songs and I mean, I was grooving with it. It's kind of it's definitely, they have a little bit of like a metal aspect, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like slow-ish. I mean, it's kind of like a weird vibe between like techno and like hard rock music,
So like
and screamo.
like a new metal kind of sound.
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't necessarily call it like rock, but I listened to a couple of their songs. I was like, you know, this concert's $17 to go to. I would be a fool if I wouldn't. And I just went by myself. It was the first time I ever gone to like a venue like single. And
So disappointed.
yeah, no, yeah, you didn't go. Offer was there.
I know.
But the like doors opened up at like 7. Concert started at 6 or at 8. So I showed up at 7 or at 6 time, and you know, like I had like the whole day. Like I went to like a little barcade, played some pinball.
Which one?
They just got a new Pokemon one, but I also been playing the Dungeon of Dragons at Uptown. So I had like 2 beers and then went to the venue, and I was like, surely a bar's open. But then I was like, oh yeah, it's Monday. So I'm just like walking around. I ended up walking by the venue, and the lead singer of The Missing Piece comes out. So I'm like, hey, you're the guy. And he's like, I am. Like, you going to the show? I was like, yes, sir. Gave him a fist bump. He's like, cool, I'm going to go find something to eat. I was like, yeah, see you later. I'll see you in about an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolute great show. Like I walk in, or I don't walk in, but like I try to open the door. It's shut. There's like these 4 dudes, and like I kind of get to know them, be like, hey guys, I'm by myself. Y'all are my new best friends for the next like 3 hours. And then there's like this girl. No, there's like this, there's a girl that was sitting there waiting to go in as well. So the 6 of us, she was by herself. So like the 6 of us kind of all just got together and we're like, hey, we're seeing this through.
Yeah.
Got to know them better. And then he recommended to go to 89th Street. They have a lot of good live music over there.
Mm-hmm.
But Moral is the band name of the who opened. And I think they're less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and music. And I would say that I almost enjoyed their music in concert more. They had, to me, their lead singer was much more of a showman and a frontman than the other one. They weren't as developed as a band yet. They're still really new, but some of their music is insane. And one of the songs I'd recommend to listen is "When Life Gives," "When Life Gives You Lemons" by
Okay.
Morrow. Dude, it was such a good time. I was moshing, headbanging. My
I
my head
missed
was
this.
sore for like 2 days.
I missed this, and I'm really butthurt about it. But that's not fair because that's my territory. You stepped into my territory.
And it was a small venue. It was at the
Without
Renaissance Head. There was like 80 people there max, and it was just like they're on a stage, like a 2-foot stage, and I'm front row. I'm like the first person in the door. I'm like giving them high fives. This guy walked in wearing a Canadian tuxedo, which is a jean jacket for y'all who don't know. I don't think he knew what it was because they were like from Northeast Maryland, and I think they were also from Dallas. So I goes like, "Hey, Canadian tuxedo, nice." He was like, "Yeah, I guess." I was like,
It's not the same. No, it's not the same when you just say, "I guess." You're supposed to know. And I know that a lot.
He was too cool for me though. Like, like he's like this white boy from Oklahoma. Like you're not cool.
Oh, speaking of stuff this week, what was your deep cut of the week? We almost forgot to do that.
Yeah, so my deep cut of the week, I'm throwing it back to the 1970s. Bon Scott.
See, you go all into this research, and I'm just like,
I do. I mean, it's AC/DC, but it's the original lead singer before Brian. Was it Brian Johnson? But Bon Scott, I'm gonna go.
Hold on. No, you're fine. You're fine. Huh? There's a comedian that I have to show you later.
I was like, I thought I knew this.
No, you're good. He does a perfect what's it called when you talk like somebody else? What's that word?
Like you
see, now you can't think of it either.
Yeah, get out of my man.
What is it called?
It's off my. But anyways, my song is "Ride On" by AC/DC, produced in 1974. What a tune!
1974. I'm not even gonna try and do that math because I wasn't even.
Yeah, you were still in your father's balls.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't. Hold on. No, I don't think so. I don't think he was.
Imitate.
Huh?
Is that the word? Imitate? Like you imitate somebody?
No, yes, but no.
Yeah. There's a different word, isn't there?
Yes, and I'm gonna feel like a dummy when I finally remember the word. Yeah, we're just gonna be talking and we'll be like, aha!
I mean, that's what I just. Yeah, so I've been listening to that a lot this week. If I had to give you a follow-up track, it's gonna be My Chemical Romance, and it's na 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 na. Yeah, it's just nah for like 13 times in a row.
No.
Yeah, so nah.
Hold on, is it like Manamana?
No.
Oh.
No.
What is the name of that song?
I think there's like 9 nas in a row.
What's the name of the song? Na?
Yeah.
Is it na?
Cubed? Yeah, this times it by 3. And there you go.
Na.
I don't know. What you been jamming to though? One day we're gonna say the same song.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because you listen to wildly different things than
I jump. Yeah, like my music range is so like broad. I mean, there's certain things I stay away from. I know you're definitely a little bit more heavier than me, and so it's one day it's gonna be going out of your comfort zone or me going out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to Little Blackstone Cherry earlier because I was looking at the Rocklahoma card, and I was like, Coy's gonna love that.
The coolest experience, the coolest experience I've ever had, and I know I'm shifting. We'll get back to what my deep cut of the week is, but my coolest experience at a concert ever, it was right after Marley was born. Holly had told me, go have fun, you go do your thing, just leave me alone for a little while. I want to be I want it to be just me and her, so you go have the weekend, do whatever. So I went to Rocklahoma. A lot of my stories start with I went to Rocklahoma. But I was kind of starting to miss Marley a little bit, and sorry, I was starting to miss Marley just a little bit because I was like, I haven't seen her in like 2 days, and fresh new. She was a newborn still, so it was kind of weird. And then I'm sitting getting a beer at the bar, and I hear oh shoot, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. So I'm like, what? Hold on, who is playing Three Little Birds right now? What is going on
Somebody's
here?
speaking to you.
And then it switched to One Love, One Heart. So he's playing more Bob Marley, and I'm like, no, there is no way. Who is playing Bob Marley? So I ran to go find it, and as soon as I get back, he switches back to Three Little Birds. And he goes, "This is my message to you." Stops. And then you just hear, "Me and Mary Jane got a thing going on." And I was like, oh, this is really cool.
It's like, I don't know who you are yet, but you're my favorite.
Right. And I ended up, because my stepdad had told me he wanted me to go watch that specific show that weekend. And I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. Don't really know who they are, but that'd be fun. So I was getting ready to go over there anyway, but it was just, I heard Bob Marley and I stopped, and it's like second in line. And I thought, I could wait, get this beer, but I'd miss whatever's going on. So I ran as fast as I could over there. And then as soon as I stepped in, finishes that Bob Marley, and then Me and Mary, I was like, oh.
It's like a cartoon pie on a windowsill, like that. It just came and grabbed you. It was like, get over here. Like,
yeah, dude.
You just floated over.
And it was really cool too, because just, I love the way a lot of artists will implement Bob Marley songs into their music. So like Blackstone Cherry, when they do Me and Mary Jane, they do a Bob Marley song before that. And it wasn't, I mean, they talk about Bob Marley, but Florida Georgia Line, Life is a Honeymoon, they sing a song with Bob's son Ziggy, and they do Life is a Honeymoon, get it sounding like Marley in here. And then Zach Brown does he did a remix, and he only does it live, but it's Where the Boat Leaves From. He'll stop in the middle of Where the Boat Leaves From and just go, one love, one, and he'll do it kind of quick, but it's still, he adds that Bob, a little bit of Bob into it just to add something. And I'm like, that's cool. I like that, because I love how still today he is still able to
share his
message through his music, and people still hear that music, and they still feel something from it.
Peace, love, happiness, and equality.
Right. And I wish that there was a way that instead of just some people, that we could get everybody to be like, hey, let's do this. Let's kind of pay attention to what this dude was saying, because it kind of makes sense. But alas.
All right, but deep cut.
Oh, my fault.
I know. No, we get back. We got back.
Yeah,
I love the tangent. I loved it.
We did get back to deep cut. See, and I had it too, and then I started talking about the Blackstone Cherry. Oh shoot. See, this is gonna bug me.
A lot of us come from that side of the table.
A lot of us. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw it up just because we used it for Jam of the Day today.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it up because you had a very bad day yesterday.
Hey, no bad days.
Well, you say no bad days, but you did. You had a bad day. Dealing with stupid wedding crap. Anyway, but the one thing that I told you, and thank you, AJR, for giving me this perspective, but 100 bad days make 100 good stories, and 100 good stories make me interesting at parties.
You know, I got 99 problems.
I got you beat.
No, but Coy's going off of like, I have a new life motto right now, and it is no bad days. So, I mean, I'm going to have times where I have rough days and hard days. That doesn't mean it's a bad day. It's still another day I'm able to live and enjoy.
Right.
And so I'm switching the mindset in my mind to no bad days. It's not even in my vocabulary. We're having nothing but good days. If, I don't know, if 10 seconds ruin my day, I have multiple 10-second intervals left in the day. Like,
Right.
And
And
that's
that's
ton.
man.
I'm not going to let like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes ruin my day.
Right. And that's all. And for me, like, if a small little argument over some crap is what ruins your entire day, your problems are this big, because there are other people all across the world who would love to have a small little argument with somebody about something stupid. So like you're fine. You know what I mean? You just don't let little things like that ruin the rest of your day just because somebody wanted to say something stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um so yeah, that's why I like that No Bad Days. But I also like the 100 Bad Days, because
it's such a good song.
it's more fun.
I'm loving doing the sound check or the song of the day.
Yeah, so actually I wanted to talk a little bit about this the jam of the day. We both put into it. When it started, it was more me, then it switched to more him, and now we're just kind of whoever. If it's not up, we kind of throw one up. But I was bored one day and I was like, hey, this would be kind of cool if we did a jam of the day where we just did a song, one specific song that just pops into our head and goes, that'd be, and just kind of, those earworms that get stuck in your head. I thought it would be kind of cool to share with y'all what is stuck in our head, the earworms that are stuck in our head. And sometimes you'll catch it to where you'll see what's in my head and then you'll see what's in his head, because we both kind of post at the same time.
Mostly depending on the photo what it is.
Right.
Like, because usually I post something for my camera roll and you post something for your camera roll, and
Yeah.
most of the time you can tell whose is who.
Yeah.
But I mean, eventually,
'Cause I do some goofy stuff.
yeah, I think most of mine is, I've done a couple hockey related, a couple beer related, a couple like nature things related.
I just
all
kind of
good tunes, man. Nothing but bangers on there.
Dude, I loved that you put on Overkill the other day.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was the coolest thing, because I'm trying to get Holly to watch Scrubs.
Okay.
And there is an episode where what's his name? The lead singer of Men at Work. What is his name?
I didn't do that research for it.
Dang it. I can't remember. Anyway, the lead singer is, are we playing handsies in there? Let me get it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The lead singer is a patient at the hospital.
Or like, is he in character? Like he goes by his actual name? Like, he's the lead singer, or is he like play a character?
No, the thing about it is he never says anything the entire time. Like the first time you see him is he's on a bus stop. He's at a bus stop sitting on a bench with his guitar, and all you hear is, I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications. And then it stops and it goes to another section, and he's in the hospital, and he's just going through the whole song. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. So that's the first ever. Well, I can't say that, because my first was Kangaroo Jack, which I still haven't watched that movie.
Well, you've never seen Kangaroo Jack?
No, I have.
Jackie Legs?
I have seen it. It's just I keep talking about it, and I keep telling everybody I'm going to watch it tonight, and I haven't yet.
I don't even know if Caitlin has seen that one.
That's a disappointment.
I know. I have a list of movies that she needs to watch, and like the number one is Inglourious Bastards.
That's such a good movie.
So many Quentin Tarantino movies I have for her to see.
Dude.
He's one of the best directors in film ever.
Absolutely. But no, so Kangaroo Jack, when they did Down Under, that was my first Men at Work. That's the first time I've ever heard Men at Work. Really liked them. So I would listen to Down Under all the time. And that was it. I wouldn't listen to anything else except Down Under.
All right. The two that people know at Men at Work is going to be Down Under and Who Can It Be?
Right.
Which Who Can Be is an amazing track. But when I do like sound checks of the day, or when I listen to music in general, I always try to find for yes, this is like their number one, their number two song, but what's their 3, 4, and 5? I feel like that's when you really get to know a band.
Right.
It was you listen to the ones that are popular, but aren't as mainstream.
Right.
And so like when I'll do like my sound checks and things like
Mhm.
that, I always pick up those like that, like good songs, but like not the high quality
Right,
songs because I want to broaden people's
And
music.
not only that, but Overkill is such a good song. It's such a cool song. But no, so Scrubs was the second time, and then after I heard that song, I found out who it was, and I went even deeper into Men at Work, and then Who Can It Be Now? And there was another one. Oh crap. See, I'm talking about it and I can't remember the name of that song. Oh well.
Composition.
Right? I need it.
As I haven't even opened it, but I wrote it down. I've done the research.
Yeah.
I remember some of it.
But yeah, so I think I like that you did the Overkill because I think it was kind of perfect because that was something that we were both because that was I think that's the next episode Holly's getting to.
Wow.
So it was kind of perfect.
We were like
timing.
we're on the same waveform.
Right? Yeah. It was kind of
You're
perfect
like,
timing.
that guy beat me to it. I was
Right.
thinking of it. Yeah.
And
that could be like the jam of the days for like people just to look at it and like you could like listen to the 10-second snip that we have, but you can also listen to the whole song, make your day a part of our day.
Yeah.
And we kind of all can share the same experience.
And figure out why these songs are stuck in our head for us. That'd be great too. That'd be super or overly appreciated.
Yeah.
I need a therapist.
You know what song's always stuck in my head though?
And
like
scared.
every time no. It's I Want to Know What Love Is.
Now it's gonna be stuck in my head.
Every time I'm like putting an IV in a kid, I'm humming it because like I'm just like stab. Like it's just like yeah, it's just yeah. They they just added to the background of it. I'm like, hey, that was on note. That was way to go, kid.
All right, so you've been to a few concerts. You were talking about one just a couple minutes ago. What is your favorite live concert moment?
Okay, so a couple of concerts that come to mind when I'm thinking of it. I've been to a Green Day Fall Out Boy concert, which was insane.
I hate you.
I've been to My Chemical Romance, which was insane.
I hate you. See, you are living in you were listening to song or going to see live bands that I have wanted to see my entire life.
Oh, dude, it was so
and have never had the opportunity.
It was the first concert once like everything opened up back from COVID, and it was in Texas at the new baseball stadium. The Interrupters started it, and then followed by Fallout, Weezer, Green Day. Oh man, it was so
jerk.
Good. I was in the noses, but I didn't care. We all was jumping up and down, spilling beer on everybody. Like there's people in front of me that all right. I get some people go to concerts for different reasons, and you get so many different backgrounds of music enjoyers that want to go there. I'm not hating on anybody.
I am.
But if I'm going to a concert, most of the time, I'm not going to be sitting down the whole time. Especially if I really enjoy the band. Like American Idiot, that whole album is a top 3 album of all time for me. And so I'm jumping up and down, kicking beer, spilling beer. These people in front of me got super upset.
Why?
I'll mute. But my favorite concert of all time, which believe it or not, your wife was there. 2016, 21 Pilots.
She was there.
Yeah, here at the Zoo Amp in Oklahoma City. I didn't even live in Oklahoma at the time. I drove like 4 hours, 5 hours to come watch this concert. And oh my gosh,
he really enjoyed that show.
At one point, they got in a bubble, like the little bubble thing. He's just running across the crowd.
The hamster ball, yeah.
And it's so nice. I love when musicians and when they do this at concerts, but like they have the front stage, but they also have like a GA box platform that they play in the middle of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, because you get to experience both sides of it. Like no matter where you're at, you're going to get them to see him at 100 feet. You're going to see him at 50 feet.
Right.
It's just such a good music. And like the encore, they did Goner, and it was literally gave me chills. Like the end of that concert, it just closed so well.
See, mine, talking about artists going out into the crowd, I have seen a lot of that. Matter of fact, there's a artist named Hyra the Hero. Check him out. He's actually very impressive. It's kind of he's done like a rap rock kind of deal, and it's really cool. But his guitar player saw a mosh pit and climbed off the stage, had his wireless connector piece in, and walked into the middle of the mosh pit and is just going to town while everybody's just running in circles. It was the coolest thing ever. But then another one is lead singer of Pop Evil. He has a tendency of getting out onto the crowd and crowd surfing while he's singing, but he doesn't do it the normal way. He's walking and we're grabbing his feet.
Oh my god, like balancing cord.
Right. This dude is jacked. But everybody's grabbing his feet and just pushing him along, and he's grabbing hands, grabbing feet.
All while singing high octave.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, how in the world are you doing this crap? Because yeah, he's got one hand on his mic, he's got one hand holding support on somebody else's hand, just grabbing their hand, and then people are carrying his feet, and I'm like, one of these days you're going to get dropped, dude, and that's going to scare the crap out of everybody because they're all going to feel horrible that they just dropped one of their. Well, yeah, it's hard to catch somebody crowd surfing, especially like that. I can't tell you how many dudes I've had dropped on my head. Which
I mean, I know you like dudes on your head.
No, shut up. Let's talk about this for a minute. If you are a grown man weighing over, let's say 160 pounds, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not get into crowd surfing, because you are the most difficult person to carry. It is so. Have you ever tried to carry somebody like that? Like a just big overgrown dude? They're crowd surfing and all of a sudden they're right over your head.
160 pounds. I'd say 200 is the line.
No, dude. Even still, like,
as long as I got your ass, like, I mean, as long as I've got like the mean base of your mass, I could lift.
Well, but the thing that's what I thought too, for the most part. But they're just getting,
which is like not only it's like they're like 160, 180, or 100, like even 200.
Right.
The thing is like carrying a human body. It's the weight is so distributed.
Right.
So like you can lift up 300 pounds squatting.
Right. But when you have somebody doing this.
But the way the force is placed on your body, you're not able to lift exactly what you're able to lift.
Right.
So that's like why the firemen carry, like they'll grab your arm, they'll stretch it here, put you over their shoulders, and they split you. It's because that's mostly resembles a squat rack because the weight's on your shoulder.
Right.
But when you're any work done above your head is hard.
Right.
Like if you don't think so, go drywall, go screw in drywall on the roof or grout tile. Yeah. You could be nothing. Your just hands get up here, you're going to burn.
Right.
But then imagine like a 160-pound person.
That's what I'm saying.
So like the way the mass is, because then you get a foot and somebody lifts the foot up high, and that the the mass transfer of the foot is now accessed on their like lower hips and the axle, and then like their heads up. So you got like 2 points of heavy mass, and everybody's point, like it's just I get where it's hard.
Or if you're in my position,
well, you're also like 6'2", so he jumps at you
shorter
like
than you. So yeah, everybody's shorter than you. So when they pass it to you, you're sitting there like just from a head up, you're like, get off of me, because
he's either gonna ride your head or gonna go
right. He's either gonna be sitting on my head and we're both gonna fall to the ground.
Like he's crowd surfing, speed bump. Crowd surfing. He's like, there's Coy.
Because dude, I've been kicked in the head. I've been kicked in the back of the head. I've been kicked in the forehead. I've been kicked in the nose. I've been kicked in the ear. I mean, I get it. Crowd surfing is fun. Crowd surfing's a lot of fun. However, when you're heavier, it is so much more difficult. And that's not a shaming thing. It's just a fact. It's very difficult.
Like I get, like it's punk, it's hardcore. Like
right.
Every instrumentalist, every singer has dreamed of crowd surfing.
And it's a lot of fun. I've done it, but I got dropped.
Dude, get on a little magic carpet or something. Give me something that has a little mass transfer.
Right. I got dropped.
Huh. You were crowd surfing?
Yeah.
Why were you crowd surfing?
Because I was a dumb kid and I didn't understand weight distribution.
You're like, well, he's doing it, I'm doing
exactly.
it. Like,
woo. Exactly.
They're like, we don't care about you kids.
It was like first or second rock festival I'd ever been to, and I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just out of the Marine Corps. We're gonna have fun. Let's do this. So I get about halfway because I'm all the way in the back of the crowd. I get about halfway through the crowd, and there is some poor little girl who cannot lift me because I was about 170 pounds. And
She didn't even. That was like double her weight.
oh, right. And I get passed over, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, shit. And she gets over, and this poor thing, she tries. I felt her body crumble under me. I felt like such a horrible person. So if you're watching this, if you remember me, I apologize. I didn't mean to.
Man.
It sucked, dude. I felt so bad for her because I did. I felt her whole body just go, like she just fell.
And when you're crowd surfing, it's never feet first. It's always head first.
Right.
Like if you go down, you're going down on your neck.
Right. Because you're not getting dropped this way. You're going to get dropped this
and
way.
There's no recovering. Like there's no way you could save yourself. You just go wrist, elbows, neck.
Right.
And then you're getting trampled on after that. Like nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Has anybody ever died at Rocklahoma?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
Well, I know they have like medical staff, IV units. Like the safety is taken, especially because it's August in Oklahoma.
I've had to take a girl to a tent. The backstage is where they have their medical tents and everything. I've had to take a girl backstage to get her ankle looked at because she snapped her ankle in a mosh pit. But other than that, I don't think.
Because I always just worry people get stepped on. Like people have died Black Friday shopping.
Right, like it's crazy. The fact that people
and you feel something squish if you step on something, you know.
Right, but see the thing about it though is too one of my favorite things about the metal rock heavy music community. As scary as most people think we are, we're really not. Because if I'm in the pit and I see somebody take a head to their gut or their ribs and fall down,
I'm going after that guy.
No, you stop. I sit there and I full, with how,
people will know if you're holding back.
Full wingspan. I can hold like 3 or 4. Hey, that works. I can hold like 3 or 4 people on either side, full wingspan. I'm making sure that kid gets up. Because that's what you do. If you see somebody down, pick them up.
And I feel like that's what I did at like my concert. So I was front row. The stage was like 2 feet off the ground. And I had my beer originally on the stage, but and the guy drank it. So I was like, "Thanks, bud." He's like, "I thought it was water." I was like, "No, you didn't. You're an ass." But then like they started going crazy, and I was like, just for their safety, I'd rather like not spill my beer on the stage and cause problem on their medical equipment. So I moved it down to the floor, and then somebody kicked it. So I have wet beer, wet floor on the ground. So when I was moshing, I kind of kept people a distance from that puddle just to make sure people didn't slip.
Yeah.
Meh.
That was loud. That was a lot louder. I don't know if it was the headphones or what, but that was a lot louder.
Kind of going with like that same aspect. Like, you know how there's biker stations, like gas stations where like all bikers go to, or even like biker bars.
Yeah.
It looks rough on the outside because you see 100 Harleys and everybody's dressed in leather looking scary. Ain't nobody going to do I mean, if you mess up, you will get rocked. If you're a girl or a man needing a safe place, they will have your back, whatever. Like
and
they don't.
That's one of my favorite things
so
about the motorcycle community is not so because there are people that yes, they've done some shit, and you can just tell by looking at them, they've done some shit.
No, they've been hard,
right? But there's always a reason. There's never ever some purpose when it comes to the motorcycle community. There's never ever. I don't like the look of your face, so I'm just gonna,
it's very similar to like the rock community,
right?
Like there's always usually a distinguishable good guy and a bad guy. There's every a protagonist and an antagonist, and
right, and of course
they recognize that,
right, and of course you will always have the bad eggs in a group of whoever when it comes to anything. I mean, you're always going to have the one people that sets that mood to make everybody think, oh, he's the one, he's the problem. But for the most part, when you go to a show like that, you're fine. You're going to be fine. I can guarantee your safety 100%, 100 times out of 100. because some people are going to be those bad eggs, and you're probably going to see them, and you may get confronted by one of them. But there's 100 good eggs behind you going, try it.
I've been waiting.
Right.
That's like me anywhere. It's like, you want to go? I got a guy for you. Coy's just like,
fuck you. Yeah, because that's what I love about that community is it is such a family, where a lot of people think, yeah, oh, scary music, they go around beating each other up in the mosh pits. No, the music is loud. It's very loud. It's very heavy.
And we care. There's a teddy bear in there somewhere.
Right. Oh, that reminds me, talking about teddy bears. One of the biggest teddy bears I've ever seen is Zach Wilde. He looks like a big scary monster, but I was with my buddy at Rocklahoma when he played for Pantera. Zach was touring with Pantera, playing in Dimebag's place. Because I guess they switch off since Dimebag, they've just switched off because they won't replace him, but they don't. But they need somebody, so they've switched with him. But he was talking to one of my buddies back in the backstage, because this was that whole year that I got all the cool experiences that I got. And
Wolfgang Van Halen.
Yeah. By the way, still coolest.
There's his concert moment.
Right. Yeah.
But back to Zach Wilde.
But it was the funniest thing, because if you look at Zach Wilde play, you look at him on stage, he looks mean. He looks scary. It's like, oh, I don't want to piss that dude off. But then as soon as my buddy started talking to him, he goes, "Hey, Zach, I just wanted to let you know, like, I really love everything. I love your music. I was a big fan of Randy Rhoads, and he has Randy's guitar tattooed on his arm." He goes, "I would just really love if you could just sign something or take a picture or anything like that." And as soon as he said, "Hey, Zach went, he's excited to talk to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, man." And he's being a super sweet, like a big sweetheart. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what this community is about, man. And you've seen him. I don't know if you've seen the video. I'll see if I can find it and see if we can play it. It'll be the first time I do that screen share thing that I have on there. But I'll see if I can find it and play it one of these days. But you hear it's a School of Rock concert at a park or something like that, and you see this little girl. She's doing Crazy Train, and all of a sudden you hear I'm like, that's too professional to be a School of Rock kid. What's going on? Out from behind stage, Zach Wilde pops out, and he's just I'm like, what? That is so cool, man. Like, he just pops out and starts playing with some little kid.
People.
Right.
You know what's even cool? I don't know if you tied this in from like last episodes where we've talked about like bands in hockey. He is a big Dallas Stars fan. He's the one that did the puck off. No, but like that even furthers my liking of him, is that the fact that he's not only, I mean, just to me, it's more of his character of what he shows at both sides of like the rock community, but also kind of like that hockey community where he cares about people, individuals.
Right.
And I don't know, I kind of associate both of those to like who Zach Wilde is. He's just a stand-up man in the community.
Right. Yeah, and he's a great individual. I really enjoy listening to his music. I enjoy watching interviews with him. He's a really cool dude. He's all around just a sweet guy. It's cool. But we did top 5 shredders a couple weeks ago.
Oh, we did.
We're gonna do top 5 vocals. Most iconic vocals, artists that make you just boom. I know that.
Like, I also like vocals that everybody has recognized. Like,
right.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know who is probably one of my favorites, but he's not most people's favorites. But I mean, this is my list, so I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna go Chris Cornell.
Oh man.
was touched by his voice is.
You're gonna make me cry right now.
Oh, I know. It's just so sad. Everything had happened, but I mean, him, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Life is a Highway live at the. It's a theater there in Toronto. It's like the Queen Elizabeth Theater, but it's a live version of Life is a Highway. One of the best live CDs I've ever listened to. He's just all around just amazing guy. But I always kind of get him confused. Similar on vocals, and I'll name him as well. Eddie Vedder, Pearl Jam. Which I mean, he's got the. I mean, it's both kind of like that grunge style, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Those voices, like that, kind of just gets to me. It kind of feels like very like Matchbox 20. You know, I mean, just those that. I can listen to that grunge era music all time, like forever, and be a happy little man.
Yeah.
So Chris Cornell, Eddie Vedder, just insane to me. And I think you have to pay homage to like Michael Jackson. The thing. I mean, but like his whole voice and his range, and you can throw Prince in there too in that same sort of category.
Oh, yeah.
Two men that have insane vocals.
Yeah.
Just absolutely beautiful. So I mean, those are to me like top 4 most recognizable voices.
You got one more.
I got one more.
I was about to count. I was sitting there going,
no. You know what? We talked about her already. The Cranberries. To me, as like
Dolores O'Riordan.
Yeah. As a female vocalist, because I want to make sure I get like a female in here. But you can even go Amy Lee. Oh man, like yeah, Dolores, Amy Lee, like just absolutely insane. Even like Avril Lavigne, like she's got. But let's stop off of that one. But yeah, no, I'm obviously missing people because I mean, you can go Elvis, you can go Johnny, you can go like further back. But
oh yeah,
my number 1 is Chris Cornell.
Okay. As far as if we're gonna do number 1, my number 1 is Chester. 100% Chester Bennington.
Yeah.
Because that dude,
best buds too.
When that dude could scream, it sounded high and low at the same time. It was like they were meeting in the middle. It was the weirdest thing, the way he was able to do that. I've only seen one guy who can replicate it, and he's now the lead singer for Saliva. And I was really hoping, which don't get me wrong, I like the new Linkin Park, I really do. But I was hoping when they were teasing the interview or the new lead singer for Linkin Park, I was really hoping that it was going to be Amaru, Bobby Amaru, because the dude, I'll show you videos after this. The dude sounds just like Chester. It is the weirdest thing. But after Chester, everything's pretty much tied. David Draymond from Disturbed. Mm-hmm. He's got that deep, growly, gravelly, just.
But he can turn it on too.
Right. And the fact that he can just pull out some just off the wall, crazy, just. No, I can't do it. But yeah, he's an impressive guy. And then Johnny Paycheck. He's an old country singer. I don't know if you've ever heard Take This Job and Shove It.
Not to recent memory.
Okay, so he sang a song called Take This Job and Shove It, but he has one of those very classic country sounds, but it's newer, if that makes sense.
It makes me want to add one.
What's that?
Coulter Wall.
Okay.
You know that voice?
Yeah. But to the classic though, I've got a coworker who looks just like the dude, and now I can't remember his name, but we make fun of him all the time for it. No, I'd never tell a lie. What's the name of that guy? What's that guy's name? Will you look that song up for me? Because now it just slipped my mind. I'll Never Tell a Lie is the name of the song. This is gonna bug me because I'm sitting here going, I can't remember the name of his song, or I can't remember the name of the dude at all. But while you're looking that up,
Zach Top.
Zach Top, thank you so much. He also has that classic country, but it's the newer sound.
But he just came out with a new album too.
Yeah, did he? I need to go listen to it. The whole
late
thing.
last year.
Oh, okay. Brent Smith of Shinedown. Oh, by the way, last week I was gonna bring this up and I didn't. And we gotta be, after I get done with my list, we're gonna be done with this episode because we're a little over, but that's okay. I didn't bring this up, but last week we told y'all I was gonna be wearing my Shinedown sweater. Planet Zero Shinedown. It's really cool. I got it from Puck Hockey, I believe. Puck Hockey, I think that's what it's called. The
Hockey Puck.
No, the company's name is Puck Hockey. Shut up. Let's see, who I got? I got Chester. I got Johnny Paycheck. I got Zach Top. I got Brent Smith. And then we'll do
Give me a female. Come on, share the love.
Female. Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember when I showed you that? Remember when I showed you the song that she did with Daughtry, with Chris Daughtry?
She was at Rocklahoma last year too.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I think.
She's so, for the longest time, it was the funniest thing. I've watched that girl go, and her and her brother. I've watched both of them go from the smallest stage they have at Rocklahoma to the next one, and all of a sudden now she's at the main stage. I have watched her. Just from watching her at Rocklahoma, I have watched the incline of her popularity.
And she doesn't even know who you are.
She has no idea who I am at all. No, but it's been really
cool.
No,
you've seen the progression of her career,
right? It's been really cool because it was when the first time we saw Hailstorm, the first time we ever heard of Hailstorm, they were playing on the smallest stage on the shittiest day. And now they're playing
Thursday at 4 p.m. at a dead ass high heat.
Right. And now they're playing final shows on Saturday night. And it's like, oh, like they're the headliner on a Saturday night. And I'm like, this is impressive. This is really
one
cool.
of the things I want to start doing is start going to more like local small venues. I mean, like even smaller than like that Tower and Criterion, because I want to like 100 bands, like the one concert I just went to, because I want to find those bands that nobody knows and see if one day they'll grow up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll get a vinyl and I'll have the band sign it. I mean, and then we'll
be like, hey, I know y'all are going to blow up because y'all's music is cool.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's my.
Yeah. So.
But alrighty. Thank y'all so much for listening. We had to cut this one short we had to just cut some topics, so we're going to go ahead and put those in the next
episode 6, the left on the bench.
Yeah, well, it may be 7 or 8. We might have some for 6. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
It's going to be on the Left on the Bench pod, which is the leftover crumbs, the miscellaneous mishaps that we forget.
Yeah, so that's what episode 3 was. We called it Left on the Bench because it was just a bunch of, like we talked about last week, it was just a bunch of extra stuff that we had from 1 and 2, and we're like, hey, we can have a whole thing to talk, or we have a whole episode to make this about, so let's go ahead and get that knocked out. So,
and then let me throw one thing out there.
Okay,
we hit the music.
Okay,
so we had one person comment the panoodle fish, and oh my gosh, you made my day. So I'm gonna ump the ante here. I'm gonna do a beer on me. All right, so if you hear this, either text me, text Coy, message the Loose Pucks Deep Cuts at gmail.com, or whatever the website is that you can find on Facebook.
Loose Pucks Deep Cuts.
I'm only going to do it to the first person that messages me or the news gets to me. Okay, I will send you $5 Venmo, Apple Cash for a beer on me because I appreciate you listening all the way through. So your name may start with an M, and if it does, you'll have a beer on me if you hear this, brother.
And it may. You already know, you know who you are. So we're just gonna have you over. So that was the wrong one.